Good day dear chess lovers, Soren here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the gameplay at the ongoing 2022 Tata Steel Chess Masters. On the white side is Swedish chess grandmaster Nils Grandelius and his opponent is Richard Rapport, Hungarian chess grandmaster, one of the heroes of this round. We are in round 3 and Grandelius opened up with e4, to which Rapport answered with Sicilian defense. French variation is on the board and black goes for Taimanov variation. Knight c3, queen c7 and g4 from move 6 on. White is already revealing his aggressive intentions. Usually in here black is playing a6, that's the main move, but we have a rare h6 answer and very quickly the players will now deviate from the main theoretical battle. White is preparing castling queenside. And after knight e5 we have f4. White is okay to give up this pawn on g4, but black answered with knight c4. Although let me tell you that knight g4 is also pretty much playable, no problem at all. This is one of the possible lines which can arise after black accepts the pawn sacrifice. And then white can castle queenside. This is playable, pretty much playable, but we have knight c4. Now black is threatening to get rid of white's dark squared bishop. That's why white captured on c4 and e5. White is insisting on sacrificing that pawn. Finally black is accepting it. White is getting now a semi-open file for his rook and will start putting pressure on opponent's kingside. Meanwhile black is also hurrying to castle queenside, king b1, castling queenside. All in all we have an equality on the board, although black has an extra pawn and it's not like that white has a huge compensation for it, you know. Rook d3, rook c8, now black is starting to put pressure on white's queenside. And finally, as the bishop is free, white is no longer attacking the pawn on g7. Black developed that bishop as well and connected the rooks. Bishop takes e4. At this point we first see b3 and only then white recaptured. Rook c7. Now black will also double up his rooks. Rook c8, rook g3 and bishop a3. Black is trying to exploit the weaknesses around white king. The dark squares are weak and black will now try to emphasize that fact. The pawn on g7 is of course untouchable because of this queen c3, and in view of this queen c3 threat it's better to keep the rook on the third rank and in here play rook g1. In this case already there are no bishop a3 moves, you can win the pawn on g7. Instead we have rook g3, there comes bishop a3 and h4, queen b4, h5. White is hopelessly trying to gain a counterplay on the king side, but black stands solid and the one who should worry is white, of course. Rook takes g7, which is a losing move. Better was first capturing on e6 and only then playing rook takes g7. In this case already there are no moves like rook h3 because white can win the pawn on d7. A tiny nuance but a very important one which white overlooked and went for rook takes g7 straight away. There comes rook h3 and now black is threatening queen c3. White neutralized that threat, but with his next move black shocked the chess world. Please pause the video and try to find the winning move for black. Ready? Now look, if it weren't the queen on e1, then we could play queen c3, right? Threatening checkmate. That's why black played rook g1, deflecting the queen. You can't go for queen takes b4 because of this checkmate. That's why white played, rook g1, which black happily won. Queen takes g1 and after queen c3 resignation followed. Yeah, there is no way out. White king is getting checkmated. What will this check give? Nothing. Nothing. If here, then just queen takes c2 and then queen c1 checkmate, right? Checkmate. So this is it, dear chess lovers. Hope that you enjoyed this powerful deflective move. Feel free to share the game with your friends as well. And in the end, as usual, let me sharpen your technical skills. Please take a look at the position and try to find the winning line for white. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next video.